All right, friends, came across this video by Jason Blaha, and I figured I'm gonna have to do a reaction to the video, bro. It's Timon. And we're gonna react to the gym lifting, recruiting, fitness slave himself, you know who, Jason Blaha, from the strength and whatever fitness baloney world he lives in. All right, Blaha says, why 20-something lifters seem weaker on average than 20 years ago? Sedentary childhoods. Well, why do I get more views on my videos that I make of you, Blaha, reaction videos than you get on your own videos? I would love to know. But anyway, all right.
One of the things that I have noticed as a coach and as a serious lifter who's been doing this a long time, I've noticed this current generation of younger lifters, they really struggle. They struggle in the gym. They struggle with recovery. They struggle with work capacity. And, the thing is, I've been doing this a little while. And so it's one of the things that...
What's he doing there? That was weird, man.
Is unfortunate. And I think a lot of it has to do with the lifestyles growing up. But generally speaking, what I have seen, in the...
What is he talking about? Man. I don't know what... This whole weaker thing, weaker than average, like he says, weaker on average than 20 years ago, sedentary childhoods. Young people are strong. What are you talking about? This is stupid. Oh, they're weaker than 20 years ago. That make absolutely no sense. Young people are strong, okay? Old people are weak. It's really simple.
Last few years, both with clients and other people I observe online, the people I know that I meet, so many of these guys in their 20s, they struggle in the gym. They struggle with recovery.
Struggle in a gym? A gym doesn't exist. What are you talking about? Now he's explaining. Oh, they struggle in a gym, a lifting slave, and a gym as gym slaves. Oh, they struggle. Why would anybody want to subject themselves to being a lifting slave? Blaha, why? Why on earth? You have to ask. See, I know why I lift, but I'm not a lifting slave or a gym slave because I hardly ever go there. And when I do go, it's for something very specific. Like bodybuilding, it's very specific. That's something you're trying to get. It's called an adaptation. That's why you go there. You go to the gym to get an adaptation. I don't go there to be a good factory worker trying to lift the heaviest box forever and ever and ever going to a factory, okay? I don't do any of that. And these young people, they don't want to do that. They don't want to be slave to a gym, bro. Get it? More than 80% of the population, they do not lift weights, okay? Or 90%. Maybe 10% lift weights out there, okay? And that 80% or whatever, 90, they think that 10% is nuts, all right? People look at me sometimes, they think I'm nuts. Why would I go to a gym? Why would I lift? When I go to the buffet to eat, none of the people in there lift weights. The first thing they ask me sometimes, they go, do you lift, like, do you go to the gym and then you come here and you eat? And I go, no. And then they look at me with a corny look on their face. They don't figure it out. Why do I eat so much there, and especially meat? It's because they're so unnatural. They don't even know what's natural anymore. They see a guy coming in there eating raw fish and beef, a lot of it, nothing else, and in their mind they're thinking something crazy. Why? Because I'm not eating slave food? You see what I mean? They're so far gone. As far as lifting, I don't lift, man. My body looks like a bodybuilder forever. It's gone. Forever. When I built muscle, it stayed forever. I went through periods of repairing and remodeling. It stayed. Never went away. All right? Well, I can't say the majority of it went away. I went away for a long time and I stopped lifting. So I partied, I drank alcohol, I did a bunch of stuff. So I wouldn't say that it all stayed. I did starve myself at some point. I remember waking up really starving and my whole body was hurting. I guess because it started consuming itself. Eventually you'll feel pain because this pain is your body's consuming itself, man. And from the inside out, yeah.
They get beat up easy. They can't handle the workloads that my generation did. And I don't want it to be this, my generation is hard and you're a bunch of soft, because that's not what it is, okay?
Whatever.
My generation pushing as hard or you're a bunch of soft, because that's not what it is, okay? That literally is not what it is.
Man, this guy's just a bloated fat guy. Fat old man, bloated up. Come on drugs, injecting drugs and subjecting himself to lifting man-made weight in a garage where he's jailed himself in this garage as a lifting slave.
You know, and I think it freaks them out when they see even the workloads
He doesn't even know what an adaptation is. He has no clue in his fucking mind.
willing to use right now, right? I mean, you guys, this is from a workout, like just the footage you're seeing right here. Came in and did rep work with 325 on the pause bench and did a double on the 275
Let's count. How many reps is this? This will be the second one, right?
on the incline.
Two.
I'm about to turn 48 this month.
Holy shit, 2 reps? How the fuck do you expect to get an adaptation? That muscle's got to be overworked to get damaged. That ain't damaging. 2 reps ain't damaging muscles. Get you crazy.
I did 30 work sets that day. I'm training 6 days a week.
See, here's the thing. You can do these damaging sets. Some people will say, well, you're slaving yourself to doing these adaptations to build muscle. That's a possibility. I mean, not necessarily. I mean, maybe later, if maybe you're, I don't know, to maintain more of it, maybe, who knows? Once you built it, it's there. But this enslaving yourself to lifting a weight is really insane, bro. I'm not saying this is a bad thing. Listen to me. I'm not saying what you people are doing is bad out there, like Blaha, enslaving himself to try to lift a heavy weight, to fucking jolt the nervous system to lift a heavy weight. I'm not saying that's bad, but that is really insane when you think about it. Really, because you have to keep coming and you have to lift. That thing that you're doing has enslaved you. You understand me? Your brain, you've enslaved yourself to lifting a weight so your body can maintain it through the nervous system. That is insane, bro, when you think about it. It's crazy. Look at this guy. He's trying to pretend he's got a nice looking body. Meanwhile, he's taking steroids.
Cardio every day, okay? That sounds insane to them. And here's the thing.
What you're doing is insane, man. Injecting steroids. Man, you're a performer now, lifting in a garage for people on YouTube.
I've observed that they really struggle with these things, whereas in our generation doesn't as much.
He's one to talk about young people today struggling or something. They don't give a shit about gyms, man. They don't care about you, Blaha. They don't want to age themselves. They have instincts. They know that this is a bad thing. Gyms, stay away from it. I got to tell you the honest truth. In the beginning, I was kind of like, I had enslaved myself somewhat to the gym, here and there, because in the beginning, when I was really young, lifting, doing this, because I never could figure out what would build muscle. I never understood it was an adaptation process. It would have to be damaged. You'd have to repeat these damage cycles to build muscle. I didn't know that at the time. It didn't dawn on me in my head. Now, I did get some of these little damaging cycle things, whatever you want to call it, definitely at a gym, but there were minute amounts. There wasn't a lot going on there. And then it just completely canceled out. And I did work and I had a job. I did some heavy lifting, some whatever. I don't know, man. It's, I don't know. I don't want to enslave myself to this shit.
And I made an observation, something I was thinking about the other day with this. When I've looked at my clients who really do the best, the ones in their 30s or 40s who do phenomenally well, they all had athletic backgrounds, okay? Everyone I know who's a phenomenal.
But Blaha has no athletic background. See, that's what I'll try to explain in my videos. I'm not an exercise child. I'm not a fitness guy. I do play sports. You understand me? You get pleasure out of it. But I am aware that too much of something, too much of a good thing can be bad. Yeah. So I don't do too much of anything. That's the whole point. Unlike Blaha.
Lifter up later in life from those generations, right? Their 30s, even their 40s.
Oh, yeah.
They were all athletic at 12 and 13 years old. Think about that from an epigenetics perspective. Okay? Think about that from an epigenetics perspective.
Yes, Blaha.
All right. And then look at some of the studies that I saw Menno talking about. Menno Hanselman the other day.
Menno Hanselman is an idiot. You see, Blaha's watching my videos because I just did a video on Menno Hanselman. Remember, I did that crazy video about getting UB gains forever. He never told you.
So he was linking, showing that this current generation of kids and teens are weaker than the previous generation substantially. They're weaker when they're testing them. They're not as strong. Okay? And I think
They're testing them? Young people are strong. What are you talking about? You're crazy. All young people are strong and old people are weak. If you try to fight with a young person, Blaha, that young person is going to fucking destroy you. It's going to destroy you. A 25-year-old man and you, a 47-year-old man, that 25-year-old is going to beat your ass.
this is what we are seeing, and it's due to the lifestyle. Okay? So people they want to blame the generation. No, you blame their parents. Blame the school systems. Okay?
No.
They don't play anymore. They don't have.
Even I'm aware, I'm conscious. I look around and I see young people, and I'm going now to the gym, okay? But I only go there once a week. And so I'm conscious. I see people around me who are lifting. They're younger than me. I'm an older person, and I'm very conscious. I'm conscious that they are stronger than me. You understand me? And so I have to get stronger. I'm not talking about getting better at lifting the heaviest weight in the gym. I'm talking about getting physically stronger. That is totally different. I'm talking about building muscle so you can get physically stronger. Real muscle, not fake muscle. Yeah, bro. Not fake stuff. Not putting stuffing in there with cotton inside the muscles, okay? Yeah, the balloon method, like what's his name? That guy from, I forget his name, that channel. The balloon method. No. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about real muscle, bro. Get it? That's what I'm talking about, to get real strength, physically stronger. I'm not talking about getting physically better at lifting a heavy weight or whatever. All right? That's what I'm talking about. You still are going to lift heavier if you're physically bigger and stronger. You're going to lift heavier. It's kind of obvious. An ant is 75% muscle. So why can they lift 10 times their body weight? Because they're 75% of their body is made up of muscle, okay? There you go. A human's body is what? 40%. So think about it. 75 and 40%. It's a big difference, bro. Even if you were to get from 40 to 45, that would be amazing. If you could just get 5% more muscle, wow, you'd be super strong. 10%. You're on the moon. You're going to the moon.
PE classes, right? We didn't even always like PE, but we had to take it. They made us do jumping jacks and play different sports. They made us mess with basketball.
Yeah, I did those things too as a kid. Kids are gonna do those in school. They make you do them, the jumping jacks, the running, and everything. I see kids when I pass by the school over here. I see them. They make them run around the park. There's like a little parkette right next to the school, and they make them cross the street and run around there. It's on the grass. They're running on the grass. There's no track there. They make them run, man. They make them run. I don't think they want to run, but they make them run. Yeah.
One of mine, I was like 11 or 12. They had us weightlifting. They were teaching us how to bench and to do some cleans and some squats a little bit, right? Hey.
But here's the thing. They make you do all these things, right? Meanwhile, they feed you a slave food diet, which is going to destroy your health. Get it? So you slaving yourself doing jumping jacks and making you run around and play a bunch of things in school, and then they feed you the slave food diet. Like in kindergarten, they gave us fucking juice, orange juice, acidic juice with cookies. They gave us cookies and juice and snack time, and then sleepy time and all that. I remember all of that. It's just garbage food, man. And then they expect you to be healthy. Here, run and be healthy. Run and do these exercises, be healthy, when they're feeding you an unnatural diet. An unfit, unnatural diet for a human carnivore. That's just crazy.
Middle school. All right. We all wrote.
We are animals, and as animals, we are bound by nature, the laws of nature. And when you do not eat, when you break the laws of nature and you eat unnatural things, you're fucked, bro. You get fucked. I don't know what to tell you there, but you get screwed. You have to eat natural. You have to eat raw, and nobody wants to eat raw because they've been conditioned not to eat raw stuff. That's the whole point, to keep you sick, to keep this society going, this sick society, money-driven, crazy, buying, shopping society, going shopping all day. Gotta go shopping now. I worked, I made money. What I gotta do with it now? Oh, I gotta do with it. I gotta go shopping now with it. Why? Because I gotta go make the rich people richer. They're making the products. They slave me. I work there. I make the products. They gave me little money, and then they make me go out and then buy their products, and then they take my slave money.
Bikes outside as kids now, and again, I'm not saying that that's the way it needs to be, and we all need to be.
It's like somebody made some money here on these weights, right, in his garage and everything here. Yeah, because they sold him this shit. The Blaha showed up with a cow, and he says, "I'll trade you this cow for money." And the guy says, "I'll give you some magic beans, these magic weights." And Blaha's like, "Okay, here, you keep the cow and give me the magic weights. I'll be lifting the rest of my life in a garage."
Riding bikes, and no, it's too dangerous. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about,
like, do you people understand how crazy that is? Like, think about it. Ponder that.
the fact that that's what was done versus today. Whereas then they have them staring at a screen. They're sedentary. Okay?
They're not sedentary and looking at a screen. They're carrying them in their pockets now, and they're going around everywhere and doing stuff, okay? They're not all totally on a screen. They got a cell phone you carry. It's a small computer in your pocket. Not everybody's on the screen all day. I personally I don't watch TV. I watch some stuff now on YouTube. That's all I ever watch is some stuff on YouTube. I read some information, I read stuff, I watch some YouTube stuff, and I do some reaction videos on YouTube, 10 or 15, 20-minute long videos or whatever. Reaction videos to these stupid these people, these fitness people out there. That's about it. But I don't know. I might just stop and do something else now because I don't know. It's just not working for me, man. And it gets boring after a while for me now because YouTube won't monetize this channel. I have to explain something to them to get them to monetize, and then I'm just too lazy to do it, man. I don't know why they're not they don't want to monetize my channel anymore.
About the start that gives, and then you realize this generation in their 20s grew up the same way this current generation of weaker kids grew up. Okay?
There's no weaker kids.
Here's the problem.
Multi-Bank Group presents How to...
Okay? Here's the problem. What happens when they finally decide to get fit? They're behind the curve. They're literally behind the curve. To the point where it's scary.
Oh, brother.
And people say, what do you mean? Well, all right, see how I train and see how a few of my clients are trained to do the crazy volumes. Even Justin, we've taken him back because he needs to recovery, but he used to do like 30 sets of muscle group even when he came on. He's in his 30s. All right, he was early 30s. I've had him 5 years. He's getting close to 40.
Okay.
He squats 500 plus.
He squats 500 plus. I've squatted 500, so what? Who gives a shit, man? Nobody cares. Like I said, people only care about what you look like in the street. They don't see what you lift, bro. Get it? But lifting pretty heavy and doing specific things to build real muscle, yeah, they're going to see that for sure. But then again, they'll see these phony muscles too that these people put out. And then they're going to think in their mind, oh, yeah, they got some real muscle or something. But that's baloney.
All right. But these a lot of the kids I coach now, they literally start breaking and crumbling.
Look, he's doing a full concentric. Eccentric movement. He's doing a full eccentric concentric. Whoa, my God, this is a first.
I try to give them 10 hard sets per muscle.
Wait a second. Maybe it's not. Hold on. Let's see. No, he's not doing concentric. No. He stopped right there, halfway point.
Sets.
Aw, you disappoint me, Blaha. You suck. No eccentric work whatsoever. I saw a guy in the gym today. I talked to him for a few seconds. I said, "What are you doing there?" It's all concentric. You're just pumping your triceps. You're pumping down. You're pushing down. You're pushing down. You have to let the weight drag your arm up so it can like pull the tricep so it can stretch it out. The eccentric. Focus on the eccentric. Why are you pushing down on the weight? You want to get better at pushing down weights? And he goes, not really. I want to build muscle. I go, well, pushing down on something is not going to build anything. It has to be damaged to build.
They start to break, they pull stuff, they get joints that hurt.
No, they don't, Blaha. They don't break stuff and they don't get joints that hurt or anything like that.
Guys, and I'm not even having them to do.
Well, I would say they could break something. That's only because their bones may be... Them personally, they have high hormones. They're doing well. They're young. They're strong. But they can have weakened bones or something could happen to them. Their teeth, whatever. That teeth is an indicator. If they're really getting bad teeth, then their bones definitely, everything else is getting bad inside. And so, yeah, they could break a bone or something because they fell really hard. I don't know, whatever, bro. Because they're eating slave food diet. Get it? Yeah.
Well, some of them have been training for 5 or 6 years already. Okay? And they're struggling with still moderate, intermediate weights. Like I'm talking to some people who, they've been at it a while and they look good, they've got decent physiques.
Oh, yeah.
But they can't handle the workload, they're not in shape. They can't handle the volumes, they can't handle the tonnages. All right? They just can't handle much benching or squatting or any big compounds. They start to crumble under it. They hurt. They get beat up. They start regressing. They're like, oh, I hurt. I'm so tired, so fatigued. And they've been training for years. Okay. This is the end result. This is what happens when you're letting these generations grow up like that. And then they get, they're weak at 11, 12, 13. Even when they do get under a barbell, they're in their 20s. The epigenetics, all those genes haven't turned on. They're starting so far behind the curve that it takes them 9 or 10 years to catch up.
Man, whatever.
All right, this is what I think is happening. Because I don't think that they're softer. I don't think that they're not mentally tough.
What?
Okay? Because a lot of them are mentally tough. They're not crybabies, and I wonder that as a coach, as I observed this over the last couple of years.
He wonders that as a coach. He's a coach. Coach Blaha.
This next generation, because I've been coaching a little while. I wasn't even having this problem 4 or 5 years ago to the same
You've been coaching for a little while?
degree. I'm sure getting a lot of them now. Right? 5 years ago, my 20-somethings didn't have these problems. My 20.
Holy shit, man. So I started doing my legs first and my upper body second. And so today's Tuesday, I came in and I did my upper body. Man, I really fucking, I pushed it. I really pushed it. You know what I mean? Like as heavy as I could go for reps. And holy shit, man. I'm just like moving stacks of weight. Like just stacks, heavy dumbbells, heavy fucking cable work, you name it, like crazy, to damage these muscle fibers, damaging them like crazy. I did my traps, my whatever, my back, my shoulders, my arms, everything. Holy shit, my abs, my neck even again. It's crazy how I'm already starting to feel like I can feel it, like it doesn't feel good. Tomorrow when I wake up, I'm probably going to be hurting like crazy because my legs are hurting from yesterday. Geez, because I really put in a lot of effort yesterday, man. I didn't want to. My knees are kind of hurting me now. But yeah.
22, my 23-year-olds, 24-year-olds now, this batch that I'm having now into this year, a lot of them struggle with this. And it's pretty consistent. I'm noticing that. And I think it's because they've been sedentary. They're not out playing. They're not doing any sports. They're not out riding a bike, doing stuff outside.
They are outside playing and doing stuff. What are you talking about? Kids are always playing. Kids love to play.
They're glued to a screen at 7, 8, 9, 10 years old.
They go to school, they have recess, and they play for 15 minutes between recesses. Plus, they have lunch, and then whatever. Even getting to school is a task for these kids. And then leaving school, going home, they're busy. They're busy, man. And on the weekend, they're busy.
There's no mandatory physical education in school. They're not making them take an exercise class. We didn't have a choice. When I was 7, 8 years old, we had our PE classes, and they were mandatory. We had to take them, unless you had a doctor's note. Okay? This was our public education, but we all, our parents made us go outside in the summer and do stuff, and a lot of us did other activities, and people did sports, and they did these things. And so what happened when we got to the gym, it was totally different. Or some of us had done some manual labor and stuff. I did a little ranch and farm stuff, just part-time, not full-time.
Listen to the word, manual labor. Laboring, slaving, yes. I've done those jobs, slaving, yes.
Did my family stuff some.
Yeah.
All right? It was different. So by the time we got to the gym, it was a different ball game. And everyone was a lot stronger. They were a lot stronger. And it's just a thing to noting, and I think it really is a childhood thing. I think that's to blame. I think we can squarely blame that, nothing else. That's the culprit. So we as a society have to fix that. And for a lot of you out there starting, it's a definite difference. I've noticed it. The people who stayed inactive growing up and were sedentary, and it was all video games and sedentary hobbies, they have a lot of years, many, many years before they can get caught up in the weight room. They just can't handle the workloads. They break. They crumble under it. Even with good programming, I have to program them different. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys and gals next.
Very uninformative, man. I'll see you in the next one. Tell me what you think about that. Like, subscribe, support the channel. Oh, man, another one of these Blaha videos. See you in the next one. Ciao, friends.